resolutions will be closely linked to their New Year objectives. Alex Ferguson of Manchester United and Jerry Francis of Queen's Park Rangers. United dropped a couple of points at Leeds on Sunday after assuming control through Neil Webb. Even still, the destiny of the championship is in their control. As for Queen's Park Rangers, they've become very hard to beat. In Jan Stijskel, they've one of the most athletic goalkeepers in the league. But it's away from home when they're at their most intriguing, with Ray Wilkins the brains of an operation that features a lethal combination of Andy Sinton and Roy Wegley on the counter-attack. Well, hello from Old Trafford and a very happy New Year to you all. I hope you've recovered from last night's fun and games. How was your Hogmanay, young man?
Well, looks can be deceiving, but I actually feel awful. No, I feel great. Looking forward to the game.
Listen, you were in United's last championship side, 1967. Do you think 1992 is going to be their year?
Well, it seems a long way back, 25 years ago, but I think that it's probably the best chance that United have winning the championship. I think they'll win it this year.
OK. Well, certainly they have plenty to celebrate in the Ferguson household last night, and if they are running short of a drop of the old bubbly, then good news today. Alex named Barclays Manager of the Month for December. He's hit the 50 mark as well since we last saw him 3 days ago at Ellen Road. So happy birthday, Alex, belatedly. 1992 could be quite a year. 3-1 on favourites to win the league.
You're into some big matches with Leeds, obviously, but suddenly today you find yourself with Queen's Park Rangers. Now, what sort of problems does that pose you?
Well, every game has its own problems in the sense that you have to analyse your opponents. They've been doing very well recently, but I think they were at home and they'll be expecting us to attack them, and I don't think we should disappoint them.
Well, obviously I feel that most people will think that Manchester United just got to turn up today to win the game, and you know, you've got to respect what they've done this season and how well they've been playing. They've only lost one game all season, but we're having a very good run ourselves, and particularly away from home. We've only lost 1 in 10, and that's a very good record, and obviously we'll be trying today to make sure that we only make that 1 in 11, and at the end of the day, in a couple of hours time, we'll know.
Let's have a check on the teams. Manchester United with the Dane Peter Schmeichel in goal. Number 2, the former Queen's Park Rangers star Paul Parker. 3, Clayton Blackmore. 4, Steve Bruce the captain. 5, Neil Webb, and 6, Gary Pallister. 7 is Mike Phelan. He comes in for Andrei Kanchelskis, who's got a heavy cold. 8 is Paul Ince. 9, Brian McClare. 10, Mark Hughes, and 11, Lee Sharp, starting again for the first time since the Cup Winners' Cup final victory last May. He replaces Ryan Giggs. The line-up shows presumably Phelan down the right flank, Sharp down the left. The only changes, in fact, from the side that we saw get that draw against Leeds at Ellen Road on Sunday. Now, what about Queen's Park Rangers? Well, in goal, Jan Stejskal, the Czech World Cup goalkeeper. Number 2, David Bardsley. 3, Clive Wilson. 4 is Ray Wilkins, close on 200 games here for Manchester United earlier in Ray's distinguished career. 5 is Darren Peacock. 6, Alan MacDonald. 7, Ian Holloway. 8, Simon Barker. 9, Dennis Bailey. 10, Roy Wegley. And 11, Andy Sinton. QPR pleased with the way their defence is beginning to shape up, and Wilkins and the lively Holloway really are a good mix in midfield for them, and they'll be looking for Barker and Sinton down the flanks today to provide the chances for Bailey and Wegley. The subs for Manchester United are Mal Donaghy and Ryan Giggs, and for Queen's Park Rangers, Gary Penrice and Andy Tilson. Referee today is Kieran Barrett, who comes from Coventry. There's a sight for Manchester United fans. Lee Sharp, who had 2 minutes of action against Leeds as a sub on Sunday, gets a start here. And indeed, the referee gets this game underway with Manchester United in the red shirts, white shorts, attacking the goal to our left. Scene, you might think, is set for Manchester United to continue that triumphant march towards a championship. Home record here with hardly a blemish. Played 16 in all competitions, but here are Rangers attacking now. 16 in all competitions at Old Trafford. They've won 12 of them, they've drawn 4, they've lost none. And Rangers, I think I'm right in saying, have never won at Old Trafford in some 14 matches that have been played here between the two clubs. But they're struggling here to get this ball away. Bailey challenging here. A foul by Clayton Blackmore, a free kick to Queen's Park Rangers. And take my word for it, Rangers are not going to be pit players here today. They've a gritty away record, as Jerry Francis was saying. They've lost only 1 of their last 10 away, They really roll up their sleeves away from home, the Super Hoops, and they've won more points away from home in the first division of the Barclays League this season than they've won at home. Well, Ray Wilkins, that mastermind in the midfield for them, with this free kick. Plenty of big men in there to look for. Bardsley with the shots, and a goal kick for Manchester United. Dennis Law's made it up the perilous path to the gantry. Welcome here, Dennis.
Thank you, Brian. It was a perilous path as well. I had to fight through supporters, etc.
But a confident few minutes, an opening couple of minutes there from QPR.
Yes, and of course, as you rightly said, I mean, their away record has been extremely well, considering they are so low in the league, and it's going to be a difficult match for United. And also, as we say, particularly up here anyway, very windy indeed. And of course, if you ask any professional player, what's the conditions you least like playing in? And of course, that is the wind, isn't it? I mean, the rain, snow, whatever, no problem. But the wind, a problem. So that could make it for a few passes today going astray.
Bardsley with the throw, Clayton Blackmore losing out to Wegley. Bailey's gone racing into the middle. Sinton's in there too. Barker's in there. Sinton with a shot, and Rangers are in the lead. Andy Sinton, his first league goal of the season, and coming inside the first 5 minutes after 4, in fact.
It really was very much bad marking from United, and Sinton just knocked the ball into the back of the net. But they broke so well. Look at this as they're coming in. You'll see Sinton completely unmarked on his own there to knock it in.
Well, that has set the cat amongst the pigeons a little bit here. Hughes, but we warned you that Rangers are not bit players. They're here very much a side in form, and now they've given evidence of that. I think Barclays are running a fastest goal of the day award. I'm not quite sure that Sinton's will get it, because I think Luton scored in the first minute at Nottingham Forest, as far as I can gather. Well, here's Bailey, and that could so easily be another one. This is incredible. A wonderful start by Queen's Park Rangers.
Really
Andy Sinton's goal, followed by one now by Dennis Bailey.
But it was Bailey's power, wasn't it? Shoved off Blackmore to knock it into the net, and absolute disastrous start for Manchester United. Power, really. Look at the power here. I mean, very strong. Just shoved them off. Slightly, bit maybe unlucky, Schmeichel, and not. No, he just touched it, and of course it went into the back of the net. Oh, what a start.
Well, an amazing game now for the nation to enjoy this afternoon. Well, I suppose at the moment, if you're a Manchester United fan, but they have this terrific home record here, and here's Gary Pallister now for them. And look at Bailey right back there, the scorer a moment ago, throwing the ball out to Wilkins. A start they really couldn't have dreamed of. Bruce, ball is out of play. David Bardsley, actually born in Manchester, played for Blackpool, then for Watford and Oxford, before going to West London to join QPR. Here's Alan McDonald. Sinton. And Bailey just keeping it in play. Wegley's joined him up the front there. So is Ian Holloway here. That's a good strike by Holloway. He struck it very firmly, and
Extremely firmly indeed. I mean, it must be 30 yards out, not far
away, was it?
But it was a good move by QPR, wasn't it? I mean, Billy had made a terrific run and a nice pull back.
Just toying with the idea, Dennis, as to whether Alex Ferguson might consider bringing on Ryan Giggs as a partner wide for Sharp. Sharp on the left, Giggs on the right. That'll be quite a prospect if it happens.
Well, I think he's got to do something, isn't he? They're 2-0 down. They've got to try and come back into the game, and something like that would certainly not be a miss.
Sinton. Wilkins. It's Barker. Bardsley. Peacock. Oh, good ball there.
Bailey's in there too.
Well, that was as close as it could be without actually being in the net. And another lovely Queen's Park Rangers move that sliced open the United defence.
But Bailey again, so fast. I mean, the United defence stopped it. I mean, very unlucky there just to knock it over the post.
It was such a good touch as well, wasn't it, really, as he was in full flight. Peacock playing it forward.
Well, he's a talented lad, he's a good skill, nice touch. But, I mean, where was the United defence? I mean, good play from QPR, but where was the United defence?
Barker. Yes, he's getting through some work in that midfield as well for Rangers today. Simon Barker, formerly with Blackburn Rovers. Wilkins, foul in the back, shove in the back by Blackmore on Bailey. He's been around a bit, Dennis Bailey, in the lower leagues. Well, he had a little spell with Crystal Palace, and Bristol Rovers and Birmingham. I'm right in saying, in fact, that Jerry Francis had Bailey on loan when he was manager at Bristol Rovers, liked what he saw, and made sure that when he got to Queen's Park Rangers, he brought him there too. We've also got some goal action for you at half-time from several of this afternoon's First Division games. I bid farewell to Dennis Law now. He goes off to join Elton. As David Bardsley now takes this free kick. Hit towards Wegley. Beaten in the air by Pallister. Playing time added on at the end of the first half. Looked like a handball by Wegley there. The referee decided, if he saw it, that it was accidental. It's a throw for QPR, which David Bardsley will take. Bardsley, long cross towards Sinton. Bailey again, Bailey! The flag is up on the far side. Some good work by Schmeichel. Suddenly it looked as though QPR could be in again, but the linesman there spotted an offside, and he was right. Wegley just fractionally offside. A good lining decision. The half-time whistle, and what a surprising first half it's been. Unless you were actually here or watching the first full 45 minutes and realised that in fact Queen's Park Rangers thoroughly deserving to be in front. Both their goals coming in the opening 5 minutes of the game. Andy Sinton the first, Dennis Bailey the second. And a lot of work for Manchester United to do in the second half. So that's the half-time situation here at Old Trafford. Thanks a lot, Elton, for these first half statistics. The one that really stands out are shots. 2 for Manchester United, 7 for Queen's Park Rangers, and I gather of those 2 shots for Manchester United, not one of them actually was on target. And of course the goals, Queen's Park Rangers with 2 of them, Manchester United with none, as we now await the start of the second half. No subs by Manchester United, none by Queen's Park Rangers. Away we go then for the second half. The free kick to Manchester United. Phelan tricking his way past Wilson. The ball played in now for Hughes. And just fractionally wide of that post. Mark Hughes, who's scored, I think it's 1 in the last 13 games, going through a rough old time. Suddenly that looked like the Hughes that we know so well. And then he just dragged it a foot wide of the Rangers post. Wilson takes the throw. Both the subs of Manchester United warming up. Wilkins with a header. Bailey turning well on Bruce. Dennis Bailey again, a little shimmy. Can he finish it off? He tried a really extravagant curler there. In fact, Barker had made a terrific run on the far side of the penalty area for him, and Wegley was in there too. And Jim McGregor wearing carrying the number 7 board, and so it'll be Mike Phelan who comes off any moment now.
Well, Mike, he's not gone into the game, has he? And they need something like that. They need something like Giggs to try and get past Wilson on this left-hand side and get the ball into Hughes and McLeod.
Hughes. In goes Barker. Blackmore. A long-range shot, just too high. There's a bit more purpose about United in this second half. I wouldn't for a moment suggest that you would be biased, Dennis Law. Stay with the kick. Barker. Bardsley. Look at Bailey again. And Sinton. Strong shot, well saved. Missing great holes in that Manchester United defence again.
Well, again, I mean, completely unmarked Bailey. Nice knock back to Sinton and a ferocious shot. A lovely save from Schmeichel.
Here's Bailey again. And this time, it's in there. It was so close to goal number 3 a moment ago, and no sooner were we off the replay than there was Bailey prancing through again, and this time making no mistake.
Well, I mean, he's, as you say, Brian, he's threatened, I mean, 2 or 3 times, but he's such a powerful, strong player. Look at the ballast, a lovely chip. Beautiful goal. Again, you've got to say, where was the United defence?
Well, this is turning out to be one of the most remarkable results of the whole season. Manchester United 3 goals down now. And here's Bailey again. Little touch. Gregory quite carried with him. It went Wilkins. A super way to start the new year. Except for Alec, who finds his side 3-0 down. And his birthday yesterday, his 50th, he was telling me his wife gave him a surprise party at home. 20-odd friends came down from Scotland. You can be sure of one thing, that wasn't a party that finished at 5 past midnight. He says he's feeling a bit fragile today, and even more so now, I think. From what I understand, the party continues tonight, but in what sort of mood now, I wouldn't know. Ryan Giggs will take it for Manchester United. 3 down. Bruce and Pallister up again. Bruce with a header there. Blackmore looking to finish it off. And turned him offside, but they're well offside. I think Brian probably knew as he planted that one home that it wasn't going to count.
Oh no, there's no as I say, Brian, there was no danger here. I mean, it was a ball that went through. It was going wide anyway, but there's Brian McClare, well offside, and the referee spotted it.
Now Blackmore's behind this, Giggs is behind this. Pallister jostling there. Giggs floating it in, and Bardsley with the header for QPR. Webb knocking it back in again. Up goes Peacock, gets the header in. Claim a handball, referee didn't want to know about it. Parker playing it wide for Ryan Giggs again. Getting it into Pallister. Peacock up there again. It does in the end for McClare. So United pull one back.
Well, they've had few opportunities. Started by Giggs on the right-hand side, a little flick from Pallister, and McClare just turning around, knocks it past tackle. 10 minutes earlier.
10 minutes earlier, that would have been something.
Well, he took it well. Of course, he's the leading scorer for United, but maybe just a bit too late to come back to it.
It's Bailey in there. But who knows, as another little character says, it's a funny old game, and maybe it's not over yet. Giggs. Well, he's got the wind in his sails now. Blackmore stopped by Wilson. And these will be edgy moments for Queen's Park Rangers, because they know if they concede another one, then they really are up against it. Webb playing it in. Stay School quite happy to let that one go behind for the goal kick. Sinton, the break is on now for Rangers. He's got Bailey up alongside him. 3 men are after him. Sinton going all the way. Can he finish it off? Bailey can! And it's number 4 for Rangers. And a hat-trick for Dennis Bailey. Look at the smile. That's the smile of a hat-trick man. As Rangers now make it 4. It's a great run by Sinton.
I was just going to say it was a marvellous run. I thought he might have passed to Bailey before, but he elected out the shot. A bit lucky coming back off the post, but it really was a magnificent run. And a good shot. And I was just going to say, I don't think there's any doubt. I mean, what? Because there's 2 or 3 players in the QPR side that you could have given the man of the match to. I don't know if I've got to pick it now, Brian, or not, but...
well, let's give it just another minute or so, but I think it's you've got a pretty good idea in my own mind who it's going to be.
Well, it begins with a B, anyway.
Okay, Dennis, let's talk about the man of the match then.
Well, there's 2 or 3 players that I say it could begin with a B. I mean, Barsley at right back has been magnificent, stop sharp for most of the game. And Barker in midfield has been absolutely tremendous. But I'm a striker man, really.
Yes.
And I must say, not that he knocked the his third goal in, but I must say that Bailey up front has been absolutely superb. He's given Pallister and Bruce a horrendous time, really.
Look at
scored 3
that was
goals.
good play there. A lovely turn there, and he beat Bruce and Wegley. Well, he set up a super chance there for Roy Wegley. That was, yes, a little bit of applause from Wegley for Dennis Bailey, because that was a wonderful piece of play when he beat Bruce here. And away he went with all power and pace and vision here as well. Plays it in perfectly for Wegley, and Wegley scoops it over.
But he's such a strong player, isn't he? And a talented. I was talking to Alex Ferguson before the game. He said he's very, very quick. He beats people, passes a good, nice ball. A little bit unlucky for Wegley there. Maybe bounced up or just taking his eye off it. But a marvellous move.
So Dennis Bailey, the 26-year-old Londoner, didn't quite make it with Crystal Palace. Went to Bristol Rovers, Birmingham City, and cost Rangers, would you believe, only £175,000. Here he is, a hat-trick man at Old Trafford, and Dennis Law's nomination for man of the match. Here's Giggs. Knocked in. Wet might be there. There was a real chance there for Manchester United.
So I think we made the right choice. I won't be able to go to Manchester, of course, tonight, Brian, but nevertheless.
There's the full-time whistle. Championship still with a lot to play for. The most astonishing result of the season so far, with Queen's Park Rangers, few had given them a chance, coming here and winning by 4-1 with Dennis Bailey, the hat-trick man. Everything set in motion in just the 3rd minute of the game when Andy Sinton scored for Rangers, and Brian McClare making the low reply for a Manchester United side that was sadly off song on this important day at the start of 1992. Here's the hat-trick man with Gary Newborn.
Dennis, what a day for you. You've never played here before, have you?
No, that's right. I haven't played here. First game at Old Trafford.
Absolutely fantastic here.
Yeah, enjoyed every minute of it.
Why were Queen's Park Rangers able to make such a quick start and play so well today?
Well, we're 6 games undefeated at the moment, and we're playing good football. So we came to this game confident to win.
I tell you what, it's a bit different than Birmingham City and Bristol Rovers, all this, isn't it?
Well, Birmingham City was good, but this is different class, first division. It's just great.
Well, here's the champagne. You're the man of the match. Did you hear the announcement about that?
I did, yeah. So thanks a lot for great supporters, and well, Happy New Year for my mum.
Happy New Year for you, certainly, as well. Well done, Dennis.